In the first 1 or 2 days, we exceeded 1,000 sales, which became more than $1 million. And 8,000 people back then waited in the waitlist. So many people tried to hijack the concept of topical authority.
Yes.
Even a few of them actually tried to send me trademarks. Became a fundamental SEO concept right now that everybody tries to a little bit hijack by excluding the main source, I can say. I even became a brand without realizing that I was becoming a brand. I never approve anything or I never disapprove anything. So that's my policy. Sometimes people, when they slander on the internet, I never block them. I never actually sent a mail to work with someone. All the clients always came to us, I can say. And they usually come in a convinced way already. Twitter is pro-Google.
Really? Wow.
They control the environment there really well, I can say. That was the most impacting one because people started to reframe their SEO mindset. It also creates competition in the community for making sales, and some people pretend like they know the best of Koray's framework. It was one of the reasons that we were able to meet 2 billionaires and 1 super millionaire. We ranked like 4 different websites without using backlinks, and it was shocking for the industry back then. And they all actually thought that it can't be happening. Then we actually have given all the website names and the results, and we explained the process.
Breaking news.
Odys is selling 86% of their inventory to over 40,000 verified buyers. And most of it are instant sales. Are you sitting on a premium age domain? Sign up for Odys Marketplace right now and wait for your check. Hello, my name is Aneta Samko. Welcome to Odys Podcast. And today we are meeting in Kuşadası, Turkey at the Holistic SEO Mastermind. And my guest is no other but the Holistic SEO CEO and founder, Koray Tugberk Gubur.
Thank you so much for having for me. It's a pleasure to be here and having you also here too.
Oh, thank you so much for finding time for us because I know you're very busy.
Always.
So I'm very excited for today's discussion because we will actually talk about your community and how you build it. And I know, like, usually you're bombarded with SEO questions. So can you actually walk us through like the origins of the holistic SEO community? How did you get an idea? How did it start? Like, why go beyond just sharing content?
So most of these things actually happen without calculation that much. It happens naturally because when you publish like nearly 150 and close to the 200 websites successfully and write and explain everything, people start to like you. And then they start to do the same thing and it works for them. Then they start to teach each other. Then they start to show you as the source. And they start to come together around you. The event here, for example, the Holistic SEO Mastermind, it started actually with James and Matt, James Dooley and Matt Singers. Mainly because we were tired of traveling to all these countries for actually conferences. Then we realized that actually we just want to see each other. And that's why we go to the conferences. Then we said, why don't we do our own event with just special people from our community? And basically a case study followed another, then a student followed another, then students became thought leaders and they started to change their operations. And now we are having here like the family-like event. Actually, you can even see the cabanas here and they are having fun there. Even if the camera is not able to take it, you can put a picture later.
So that was an organic development.
Fully organic. Sometimes people think that actually we calculated these things, but not at all actually. I didn't calculate anything. I don't have time for that actually.
So what role did your topical authority and semantic SEO courses play in building the community, in its growth?
I believe it plays a great role because when we created the concept of topical authority as a methodology and when we also invented the topical maps and explained it through the Matt Diggitty's famous interview, it created 2 different things. A group of people really wanted to understand and do it properly. Another group of people just wanted to sell it. And the version that they only want to sell it, they created actually, I don't know what they do, but they call it topical map or topical, but it's not actually. Still actually, in my opinion, like 60% of people who talk about topical authority, they don't understand what they are talking about. And here, at least, thanks to the course and thanks to all these people, we are able to actually create this synergy and clean the misinformation, and we are actually helping each other's businesses. So I believe the course there is working a kind of accelerator. Because either you come to our community by seeing some case studies or from our Facebook group, which is over 32,000 people. Our newsletter is around 25,000 people. Our LinkedIn page around like coming to the nearly 80,000 followers right now.
Wow.
And even Facebook, my personal Facebook exceeded like 21,000 followers. Twitter is 30,000, etc. Either you come from social channels or either you come from the course, but eventually you end up actually in a very core family-like system. Now we have a kind of cohort system that people actually come together in the cohorts and they talk about automation, AI, or semantics, or technical as your business, and rank and rent type of business models. So they basically created different internal communities and internal thought leaders. And I believe the concepts itself and the course itself plays a great role and deal there.
So why did you decide to create that course in the first place?
Again, people demanded it. It wasn't, I didn't have any such a plan actually. After having the famous interview with Matt Degedy to explain the concept, because we ranked like 4 different websites without using backlinks, and it was shocking for the industry back then. And they all actually thought that it can't be happening. Then we actually have given all the website names and the results, and we explained the process. And from there, we also became part of the affiliate lab of Degedy as well. But some people just told that actually, if you rank so many websites, why don't, and also you keep actually writing too. I want to do it and I want to see your screen. Since so many people were mailing me, messaging me, and I was like tired of answering everything, then I said that, okay, I will be creating the course. But it has taken 2 years until I was able to formalize it in a proper way. And 8,000 people back then waited in the waitlist for 2 years. Yes, for years they waited it. And I kept publishing. The community also has grown and grown and overend. Then actually just, as much as I can remember, in the first 1 or 2 days, we exceeded 1,000 sales, which became actually more than $1 million for back then. Still, it is growing in terms of the course section too, but it wasn't my main thing actually. I even became a brand without realizing that I was becoming a brand. It's not something that we plan, like that's why actually acting as a brand and acting as a person are 2 different things. You can't get anything personal, and you have to endure any type of slandering or any type of bad word. You can't never ever react. And it will be very harder to find real friends. That's why actually I care about this event a lot, because it's an invitation only, which means we only invite friends. And friends who owns businesses or friends who are successful in business, they are all actually coming here, and without competition, without hesitation, they just share knowledge and also drive jet skis or do diving or safaris or touristic visits, etc.
Yeah, it's a truly unique experience. Also with seeing the country you're from and the cultural side, sightseeing. It's one of a kind place.
Thank you.
So with the free resources that you shared, like case studies, other high value content, what pieces of content were the most effective in attracting new people to your community?
I believe my system worked very slowly, because I don't think I'm not a good marketer, because I'm not marketing even my course or my cases too. They find them by themselves. Sometimes I even forget that I published something. Then they come and tell me that, do you remember this website? You did this. You didn't have a header menu there. Why? I don't remember. But they actually remember everything. So I believe all of them keep adding this echo and surround sound, and the sound became bigger than actually me. And now still actually some people start this journey and keep going. But I believe the first manifest of the topical authority by showing the results and the formalization, which was the formula is topical authority is equal to the topical coverage multiplied with the historical data. It already comes from us. And later we also added the cost of retrieval to do that. And that was the most impacting one, because people started to reframe their SEO mindset with it, and some were successful, very successful with it. Some couldn't grasp the reality. I believe the ones who couldn't grasp the reality, they already go to the other industries due to all these LLM-based or semantics-based changes too. So I would say the first case that it was shocking for the industry, that was the first thing, because they also looked for PBNs. They thought that we were using PBNs when we were not saying it. And they were trying to find some links at the background. And I remember that actually one agency owner was saying that, hey, look, he has actually one added link here. And I was like, if you think that all these 4 sites are ranking so high because of that one added link, how about we sell these links to you for, let's say, $10,000 each, and you can rank for anything that you want to. So then he is backing up, basically. I mean, funny things, let's say.
Yeah, that's funny. So, what social channels do you find the most effective? Like, what are your favorite ones?
I believe LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter together, because I usually share the same stuff in all these three. And I would put the YouTube to the second order in that area, because YouTube is great for actually teaching people. But when it comes to the attraction, you have to be very good hype marketer. You always have to do these shocking faces.
Yes.
You have to keep posting every time. And I only post if I have something to post or time. I don't keep up with the algorithm needs in that area. You need to post like every day, maybe 3 videos, 4 videos. Volume is the key for YouTube. You need to post and post and post.
Yeah.
And you have to lie in this clickbait title text, which is not I'm good at all. I just say that this is the case, this is the increase. I put the screenshot of the Google Search Console graphic. I give the website name, and I explain basically, that's it. But other people, usually good YouTubers, they do shocking clickbaiting things like how I actually made $1 million in 7 days, and he doesn't.
Of course, like nobody does that, but people click.
Yeah, and he basically, you won't believe in this, Google collapse or this type of titles. It's not my thing. So YouTube is not working that well for me, but I believe it is amplifying my community's learning. That's why I keep sharing some free cases there as well.
Does it also differ, like based on how diverse your audience is? Some channels work better in certain geographic areas or countries than others?
A lot. I mean, LinkedIn is usually more Western, Facebook is usually more Eastern.
Yeah, okay.
I can say. Twitter is equal, balance. YouTube is, we are not able to see their, I mean, we can, of course, but I believe for YouTube too, half I can say, because United States, UK, and Europe in total can actually equalize the, again, India, Pakistan, and Turkey and Eastern countries demographics too. But there is a difference. Sometimes also I do some polls. I wonder people's opinions and I say them.
Nice.
For example, I ask a question like, let's say, what do you think about the Google's latest moves for AI mode? And usually Twitter is following actually what Google says. What I usually call like Google parrots them, because they repeat whatever Google says.
Yeah.
Facebook is always anti Google. Like whatever Google says, the opposite side there. LinkedIn is more balanced, but still slightly anti Google, I can say.
Oh wow!
But Twitter is pro Google.
Really? Wow.
They control the environment there really well, I can say.
So organic growth sounds simple, but it's really hard when you're actually trying to do it. So what are the biggest challenges you faced on your journey of growing the community with scaling?
I didn't have actually a problem for scaling, but I had a problem for communicating, because when everybody comes around you, it also creates competition in the community for making sales, and some people pretend like they know the best of Koray's framework or topical authority. And then they compete with each other. And as a community founder, you need to make them peace, and you need to make them actually get along with. That part was harder. And the second thing is actually explaining things properly. Even if somebody's in the community for 2 years, still actually they know some stuff wrong or missing or lack. And sometimes it also makes other people angry. For example, in our communities, we have cohorts and we have community managers. I touch nothing with the community, by the way. I never approve anything or I never disapprove anything. So that's my policy in that area too. People ask me my opinions, I say my opinions. And then somebody publishes a case that the other side tries to actually say that this is defined there wrong or this might be missing. And I always try to invite people to give positive feedbacks. If you have something negative, say it privately to help purposes, not for criticizing openly. So that part was harder than growing. We had actually growing as a problem, to be honest. Like it is overgrown.
Growing too fast.
Too fast. It's also a problem too, I can say. But we didn't have any issue for attracting anyone, I can say.
How big is the community now?
I mean, of course, it's hard to say with the certain numbers, but I guess I would say that around 40,000 people right now in this community, I can say, from Discord to the Slack to the subreddit to the Facebook group to the LinkedIn or to the Twitter or many other places or YouTube. And people actually keep implementing our methods, and they send privately a thank you note. They want to meet, and sometimes they come here, or sometimes they invite me to Istanbul because they visit there. But we are basically nearly everywhere right now, I can say. And sometimes they call it like Koray stuff. Sometimes they just say topical authority or topical maps, and it is growing really fast. Actually, it became a fundamental SEO concept right now that everybody tries to a little bit hijack by excluding the main source, I can say.
Yes. And the community itself is very diverse. And adding to that, how public figure you became, a brand organically, without like trying, that creates like probably certain challenges. Like I can imagine like no matter what you do, someone will criticize you.
You get used to that. I mean, it has taken like 2 years for me to get used to it. Because
how do you deal with that inevitable
right now it's fully
negative
okay.
feedback?
I mean, I can tell it even when you go to the Reddit, for example. Because, for example, let me give an example. Yes, simple, concrete example. Let's say there is a person and he always actually was positive, was trying to take attention in the community. Then a few people criticizes him. Then he actually blames you. But I am not even involved in that. Then he goes to Reddit and he says that actually I am married to my cousin. This is real actually.
Oh my gosh.
Another person suddenly actually claims that there are so ugly claims. Like I won't be even telling them for publicizing them. But they do these things. Then you learn that actually the person is trying to actually own the brand of semantic SEO. And he also tries to sell a course because...
Okay.
I mean, this in SEO industry is very common. That's why I have a policy. For example, here too, one of our members was suffering from slandering. And I said that actually, as long as there is no proof, you don't need to actually worry about any type of slandering at all. But at the beginning, it wasn't that easy. I mean, now for exercising, I can even slander myself. Very easy for me to endure these things now. But at the beginning, I was talking to James all the time, like, James, this person says this, what I can do. At the beginning also, since I just wanted to teach people, I didn't have any back agenda. Like, I couldn't understand why they were doing it. Then James, since he is master of the business, he just look at what they sell. And usually they are actually trying to sell what we already did or invented. So because of that, actually, they sometimes do that. And when you're a person, you get it actually personal. But when you're a brand, you just learn to not care at all.
But that's hard because it can be very emotional, right?
At the beginning, it was like that. Now it's something that you never care, actually, because your brain learns, but very slow. Mine actually was very slow. Like it has taken like 2 years to not care any of these things. And another thing is that, by the way, it's funny, but sometimes people, when they slander on the internet, I never block them. But,
oh, really?
Nah, I don't care. But
you just ignore.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
the
respond.
best
Don't
thing.
respond,
That's the best thing. You shouldn't allow people to take your time. It's kinds of gift. You shouldn't allow them to live in your mind. You can't give your mental estate or mental capital to the time wasters. And usually losers are actually talking about others. You don't need to spend your time for these negativities. I would like to say that to you: don't react any negative thing. But sometimes, just for having fun, I say. Let's say I check the official side of the person, it's not ranking for anything. And I say like, how about you first actually fix your rankings and then you talk about actual semantics. The problem is that when somebody else says it, they are okay with it. But when a brand says it, it crushes. It creates really bad effect. Then I also feel sorry. And I also think like actually, I shouldn't have said it, even if they slander you, even if they lie about you, because I don't know them even personally. So then also I had a policy like, I will never ever say anything. Because for instance, here we have a friend, very good friend, by the way, core of our community, Alex Ivanovsky. He listened to me first time in Dubai. And I get off from the stage. And he told me that, hey man, until I listened to you, I always thought that actually you didn't find anything new, but I now see that actually you have lots of new stuff here that I didn't hear before. And then I realized that if I would be answering Alex from online before, he will never be part of our community and he wouldn't be in these cabanas right now. So I believe the people who talk negatively are just your future friends. Just don't react them negatively. Just wait for the right moment. They will realize eventually and be your friend as well.
That's a really good approach. So how are you also managing tensions within the community? Because that's probably inevitable as well.
I create win-win situations because instead of actually, let's say, competing with each other, you can actually clear the disinformation about the topical authority, especially against what I call as the Google sheeps or Google parrots, people who always believe in Google or people who always follow Google. So you can actually first clear the disinformation and you can actually promote each other as the brands. And you can also show your case studies and share actually the voice, and you can create a common, strong, single voice in that area. Right now, we don't have any problem in terms of the tension, I can say, but at the beginning when it was growing so fast, it was different because people are ambitious, especially in the SEO industry. I can tell that this might be the most, I can say with confidence, this is the most friendliest brotherly or sisterly and also companionship community in the field. We never actually, I also forbidden basically criticizing publicly. Just say it privately if you want to help the person. Why do you put it publicly directly there? And instead of actually criticizing someone, just show your success. Why do you show someone else's failure? No need for that. So now these principles are actually fit, and community managers, they are them and they are handling these things. They decide actually to the invitees. I don't. I have invited maybe a few people and they say yes or no, and people are coming here. Next year too, it will be like that. The same also goes for you. Anyone who comes here has the right of inviting someone. And if we will be doing some interviews too at the last day basically, and there as well, I can say last year we have given one invitation right to everyone, and from the candidates they have chosen actually according to kindness, generosity, or let's say easygoing personality. And also Alex, owner of Odys too, we love him as well. So he's always invited too. And we are happy to also have you here, and Nico as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we're together with Nico here on this representation. And it's my first time and I absolutely love it. It's a really unique community that you built. But also, like I was thinking, being such a big brand in this industry puts you in a position where a lot of people want to befriend you, but maybe not for the right reasons, right? You may deal with being taken advantage of. Have you had situations like that? And like, how do you deal with it? Like,
yeah, a lot of times. I mean, like at the beginning, it was so harsh. It was hard to digest that actually people are coming to you for their needs, not for actually friendship, but they are acting friendly because they need something and nothing else.
Because there are real friends, but there are also people who pose, right?
Yeah, of course. So at the beginning it was again hard, and you start to create a kind of mind wall to protect your mindfulness or wellness. You create a thick skin actually for that. And after a point you learn that you shouldn't be having any expectation from including your actual friends or your mother. You are just alone. I am a very stoic person. So I have like zero expectation from anyone on this planet. And I'm always happy to help people without having something back. When you have such a thing and when you do such a thing, you are not affected at all because you already were ready for such a thing. But at the beginning, it was of course hard because so many people try to hijack the concept of topical authority. Even a few of them actually try to send me trademarks for these things. Never say this. Because they made millions by selling fake topical maps or some other type of stuff. So because when something became so bigger than you, it has grown so fast. I mean, even before with interview with Matt, I said that actually I will be introducing what a topical map is. Then we did the interview. 7 days later, they were selling topical maps, but they didn't see even a single topical map yet. How do they sell it without even knowing what it is? I mean, we just explained like last Sunday. And they were just rebranding or repackaging whatever they do. I see the same thing with this answer engine optimization too. They just basically repackage it, create hype, and try to sell it to the same SEO practices actually they are following at the same 99% at least is same. So it is hard, but all these things are also good teachers. I mean, every bad person on the planet is a good teacher for you. They help you to actually be a better person, more patient and more cautious as well. But at the beginning it was hard, as I say. They share some results with you. If you don't ask for them, they get angry. Because at the beginning they don't know how busy you are. Now they know, and they don't get such a expectation. If you answer, they say thank you. If you don't, they know that you are busy. But at the beginning, when you are not a brand yet, everybody tries to get your brain, a piece of your brain. And it wasn't easy at all. And when you don't answer, they just go to the negative side. And then they start again slandering, or they try to sell, and etc. So then you learn basically from your mistakes there. I would say the same thing for every community owner or every conference owner. Don't interact that much. Just be on the positive side, do your job and move on. Never have any expectation.
So how are you able to tell after like couple years of experience, whether someone's like a real friend.
So when you have these type of people, it's very easy because they already show you what they want to. Matt's also same too. He also helped me for business and management in a really great way too. And many others also. Pavel. When Pavel came to me like 4 years ago, I guess, for Istanbul, in a night we were eating kebabs. I actually, before the course published, I was telling him that, look, course will be published, community will be created, and you'll be one of the thought leaders. And I want to actually don't touch anything with the community. I want to focus on my business. And I feel like I have a mission like completing what Bill Slavsky started, to teach people actually how the search engines really work, to protect them actually from hype marketers mainly, and many different type of things as well. And I want to know that his research isn't vanished. His research actually reaches to people with expanded new concepts, new methods in an understandable, practicable, repeatable way. And then you guys can have the community, and I just want to be vanish slowly, basically. I believe these 2 years will be beginning of the vanishing slowly, because that's one of the things. I don't call myself as an influencer at all. I hate influencers, especially in SEO industry. And because I remember many times like you in the backstage, they are talking about leaving SEO industry. They can't rank and they want to leave. On the in front of the stage, they just lie about how much money they do to attract people. So I hate these things, and that's one of the reasons I'm bad at YouTube SEO too. Like I know how to do YouTube SEO, but I can't do it for my own brand because no time, and also I don't do this hype thing. So based on that, eventually you slowly understand actually who really likes you and who just is there just for the business purposes. And eventually a core section of the community actually happens, and they always stick with you. Everybody needs this type of people in the industry, like people who will always stay with you whatever happens.
So what would you actually tell to younger leaders in your community, like Pavel Klimakov, who was in the interview before with us?
Actually, So I believe since we convinced most of the industry their job now is easier, but at the beginning when we published many things, all the link building agencies were slandering us because they wouldn't be able to sell the links. Then I was saying every stage that I also buy the links, please buy the links so that actually my friends can be happy. So they won't be having these problems. But my suggestion for them would be actually focusing on the business, because being the smartest person in the room is not an advantage. It's actually a bad thing. It means you won't learn anything from anyone. My purpose is always actually being the dumbest person in the room, because you can learn from everyone in that way. So rather than going to if you want to create a community or if you want to be a thought leader, yes, you need to keep going to the SEO conferences. You need to help people and teach people and create more case studies and create your brand. But if your purpose is actually not becoming an SEO thought leader, but it is about actually becoming a rich businessman or woman, I would suggest you to go to the e-com conferences, SaaS conferences, and I would suggest you to focus on actually management and business more. Because once actually we were talking with James, and I can tell that he is, of course, a good SEO, but he has some fundamental knowledge problems in SEO. And we were talking in Chiang Mai in a mansion, and we were in the private cinema room place, and we were talking about structured data, and he was keep doing lots of mistakes, and I was, how did you become rich with so little SEO knowledge? And he told me that I hired schema people. So because he doesn't know schema properly or structured data, but he hires people who know these things. So then actually he started to change me to think like that, because the main thing is actually being a good communication expert, being a good business person. It's not about being the best SEO. Do not try to be the best SEO. Try to be the best manager, planner, visionary strategist for your business rather than for your ego, I can say.
Being able to delegate.
Delegate, and also, even if you are the best SEO on the world, it's of course tiring and it's not rewarding as much as being the, let's say, basically the richest, best, let's say, the business person. I would like to be the second one, actually, I can say.
Yes, I think many people would prefer that. So on the other hand, looking at the positive side of being so recognizable, being a brand, has being a brand with such position helped you secure maybe better deals and partnerships?
It might be because as I mean, right now we are coming to the 40th in terms of the staff number, but I never actually sent a mail to work with someone. All the clients always came to us, I can say, and they usually come in a convinced way already. The only thing is that they come like things are too late, like when they can't solve it by themselves. I wish they could come actually earlier when things are easier, but they usually, yes, it actually helps a lot. And it was one of the reasons that we were able to meet 2 billionaires and 1 super millionaire.
Wow.
Because they also allow you to invest in their companies, and it opens a whole new network because they know that, for instance, Ben Nachman, I have invented in his company, and he told me that I want you to invest and I want you to be part of this because I know that if I hire someone wrong, they will be destroying something very critical on a very critical moment. I can't risk it. So just come to the advisor board and be part of the team. And he sold Credorox for $610 million.
Oh, wow.
Mickey Gooch, in the same time, we are part of his company, and he sold GFI over $1 billion. And all these connections come from this recognition as well. So that's true.
So what do you think sets your way apart from the influencers and other
I don't publish
educators
for
in SEO?
we really publish results. That's, I believe, the biggest difference. Because most SEOs, when they publish something, how I rank in 24 hours, for example, which is, you go to YouTube, search for this, how I rank in 24 hours, you will find like 240 videos. And they usually choose a very easy query to rank for, and they create something, a small AI generated site, they get like 5 impressions, and they market it like success. But when we publish something with Zometry and ThomasNet or different type of projects, and when we affect the stock prices, increasing the stock price like 167% in 12 months, and many different type of things like that, it creates really good trust. I believe SEO influencers just talk about SEO and they never publish a good result, and they don't give any website name.
Yeah.
We give the website names, we publish testimonials from the clients. I believe that's the main difference, because even if people respect the influencers, I believe they value their money, and they give their money to the people who actually really deliver the results and show the results. One good result share by explaining things not in a marketing way, like step by step, by showing the project folders, project files, and defining the concepts, is way much more valuable than 1,000 Facebook posts or whatever. They just repeat whatever others says, but they never create a new concept, not a new strategy, not a new methodology or mindset. They just repeat to take the attention. It was funny actually, we mentioned Pavel. Do you know how Pavel found us?
How?
He was trying to be a YouTube influencer.
Oh, really?
And he heard topical authority. And he also wanted to publish a video about topical authority. Like, what is topical authority? Everyone talks about it. I should be publishing a video for it. Same thing. And usually when they talk about topical authority, they don't mention me, who is the creator, because they are my competitor at the same time, which I never compete with anyone, by the way. When I get some mails, I always say that if you work with an agency, just keep working with them. I don't want to create anything like that. And I also help the agency owners in my community as well, for many different things too, because they are my partners in something else, something bigger for long term. And Pavel basically searches topical authority, finds lots of videos, doesn't like any of the videos because they don't say anything new, then clicks to the mine. Then he realizes that actually we are the actual source who said it first and created it first. He realizes the difference. Then he couldn't do his video. Because it's hard to grasp and explain. And then he visits Turkey for a reason, and then he wants to meet, and then we eat so much kebabs, and we have a kebab baby we couldn't sit in the car. And then the rest is like that. Now he is also a thought leader. He does stage talks, and now he's in one of the cabanas. He will be doing a speech also in this stage as well.
And his dream came true because we actually recorded entire very popular interview on semantic SEO with Pavel, which you can watch right now. A lot of good comments. It's a very popular video, so the
I
dream
know,
came
Pavel
true.
always does great job. Yeah.
Yes, and he's a fun person.
Definitely.
my good friend.
You should see him in a party.
Oh yeah, he's my good friend. I went on trips out with him. Actually, a lot of people in the community are really great people, and it's fun to always see them, like for me personally as well. So I was actually interested in asking, if you're involving people in the community in testing your strategies or, new approaches?
I believe they are testing. And for instance, I can tell them, Shimon, for example, he's in our community, but he is always more skeptic about our concepts as well. So let's say you don't agree with us, still you can be part of the community. I love that part even more. And that's why actually when I do the Q&As here, every night here, after the mastermind, we do a Q&A for business, mastermind, SEO, etc. That's why I wanted him to be actually one of the panelists, because maybe he would like to say something opposite of what we say. And it makes me happy actually, because even if we think different or have different experiences, still actually we can sit together, have fun together in a friendly way, and still we can do SEO in a different way. It's okay actually. So I believe some of them challenge it, some of them actually test it, some of them improve it. Some of them make things different, create their sub-concepts and place these things also into their speeches as well. So I love that part even more, because that's why I love Bill Slavsky. He saved us. Then I was able to take his research and further it further, and especially give it a practical look in a repeatable way, formalizing it and being able to create all this success in the community. And I hope they can also do the same thing for the next, let's say, level or advanced levels with the new terms as well.
And you've spoken at over 12 conferences over the past year.
I didn't count, actually.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
I saw you, and I remember we met in Chiang Mai, and you were telling me that each one built on the previous one. It's just like a course.
Even here too, we had something like that. Last one was Chiang Mai. My last speech here was also continuation of that.
Okay. Interesting. So I was wondering, what role that played in the growth of the community.
It is actually funny because nobody else does it. Because all of my second topical authority 2.0 module is built on actually stage talks, and every stage talk is completing some section. One section we talk about cost of the site or cost of ranking you. Another section we talk about, let's say, just the fundamentals of a topical map. The third one we talk about technical SEO. Fourth one can be mainly let's say the page rank and link building. Fifth one can be AI. And this one was actually a little bit about main principles of SEO with some new 25 website examples. And again, we kept everything open with the website names. And basically, I believe it makes people think that it's different, because usually people who go to the conferences, they are overlapping. And they know that speakers keep doing the same speech again.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I really don't like it.
But when I always do something different, and especially when they watch the previous one and the next one, like episode, it creates actually respect, and it keeps building a new mindset, and they keep trying to understand, and eventually they actually get on the train and start becoming actually a learner. Maybe not in the first one, but it might be in the fifth one. I believe it's very helpful for building a community, but it's not helpful for business. Because in SEO conferences, if you're not a link building agency, or if you're not a SaaS, you don't need to go to the SEO conferences that much. Unless you don't want to prove a point. I get on the stage to prove a point, and that was my main thing. And I believe I have proven it in these 2 years and many conferences. Now, that's why actually this year I didn't travel. At all, I can say.
But I found that really interesting, and I appreciate that you offer a different talk each time. On the other hand, isn't it difficult to follow the talk if you haven't seen the previous one? What's your perspective on that?
You already plan it together, so you already know what the fifth speech will be about, sixth speech will be about. But in one of them, we focus on web design, how the layout should be for actually ranking higher in terms of Google's purposes, or how the, let's say, your page rank sculpting strategy should be. How you can turn your company into an entity and a brand, and how does it affect your rankings? Or how do you determine which link will be working, which is not, or how expired domains should be eliminated. From this structure, you are able to actually see the problems. For every problem, you assign a speech. You do the speech basically and bind them to each other. It's not that hard, actually.
Okay, so you can jump in on a speech. You're not required to be there.
Yeah.
Are they recorded?
They're all recorded. They're all in our...
okay.
They're in our course, in the module 2.0, basically.
Yeah, so if you miss a conference, you can
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's great. So how has the evolution of search algorithms, like the helpful content update, influenced topics in the community?
I believe the helpful content update is mainly about the function, which means actually functional content update. I wish they could call it, because when they say helpful, people think that actually they are doing spamming, or they are using a wrong sentence, or they are not giving enough level of information. But if they will be saying it's about the function of the site, which we call in our methodology and terminology it as a source context, which means what type of site is that. And also the Google API leak, thanks to the Erfan Azimi, it also shows that.
Yes, we will be recording an episode too.
Yeah. He is also, or the Google API leak also has shown us that actually they are using the site or the category of the site for actually limiting the specific category from the Google search results. They can sometimes say that only one affiliate site can actually rank in that area. So Google basically has switched what type of sites they are ranking for, and some of them actually happened because of the AI. Because they wanted to fight back against the AI content, and that's why they're actually just decreasing the number of the affiliates while increasing the Reddit or user-generated content. Because anybody can create right now expert-level cancer type of content, let's say symptoms of cancer. I don't have to be a doctor for creating a really good content about it anymore.
Yes.
But when it comes to the experience, since these things are also very serious, if the query doesn't require expertise, user-generated content can rank there easily because it is more trustworthy than any possible AI-generated site if it is not a brand. And this actually created a kind of search for the forums due to the perspectives. When it comes to the evolution of the search algorithm, at the beginning it was phrase-based, then it became entity-based, and it is also a hybrid search engine and always hypertextual search engine, which means on Monday, on my speech also I said that links always will stay as the fundamental of the search engine optimization and search engine's functionality and principle of working. Because it's a hypertextual search engine, they use links for finding new content and also order or index. In that case too, I can say that the algorithm is always a kind of balancing structure. Like, let's say we have external factors, let's say popularity, and then we have the links, external factors, and let's say the historical data. When you merge these things, you get the now boost, which also Department of Justice actually was a little bit forcing Google to share their data about now boost as well. When you merge basically topical authority, when you actually merge the topical coverage, again historical data as well, and a few more sections there like cost of retrieval, you basically get the internal factors that we can actually conceptualize as a topical authority. So I believe it gets more complex, multi-layered, and also they are relying on their internal factors more. Rather than ranking a site just because external factors give votes for ranking. Votes here means links basically.
Yeah.
They want to basically see whether website is functional, whether website is actually has that proper centerpiece annotation to be classified as it should be, and they are checking the implicit signals like clicks for seeing the user satisfaction signals or the signs in that area too. So it is a multi-complex system. It wasn't like that before. Now I believe they increase their correct thresholds always to get indexed and to rank. You will need to be working harder every year, I can say.
So that's the direction in which it's heading, right?
That's why the brands and big companies are basically surviving while the small publishers are a little bit suffering because they increase the bar every year for indexation, for ranking, or for entitization, basically.
That's also hard for the new brands to enter, new businesses,
Entry
right?
cost is increasing
Yes.
every month. For local SEO, still it is, of course, easier. If you are a dentist in Alabama, you might not need that much.
Yeah.
But if you're a dentist in London, you might need more. So basically, for new businesses too, yes, entry costs will be increasing always. I mean, if you are not in the Silicon Valley with a big budget, things might be really harder to be able to achieve that same success of this year.
And if you were to give one piece of advice to an SEO who also wants to build a community, what would that be?
Just be a good person who helps others. Don't expect anything in return from them. Just see them as your friends, love them as much as you can, and also support them again as much as you can. And when you support them, love them, they will be supporting you back and they'll love you back as well. And then you all will be missing each other and will be keep coming together. And it'll be creating this type of events and the brands and the successes and the good memories, like family-like memories as well. So these are all emotional suggestions. In terms of, I mean, creating a community is not opening a Facebook group. You should understand. It's not like, it's not about just subscribing people to your newsletter. You have to really care about them. Once James actually told me that when we were meeting new, I don't know what he thought, but he told me at some sections, it's really nice to actually see somebody who cares. I mean, yeah, we basically care about people and then they start to care about you. It's not that much of a trick, to be honest. It's something, a community should be organic. It can't be I mean, it can't be artificial. You have to be real for that.
Yeah, you have to be genuine. So what's in store for holistic SEO and yourself in the coming years?
So it's an exciting question. Thank you. And I'm thinking about doing more investments personally. And also the agency has grown this year. Really great, I can say, because I didn't go any conference. I didn't travel. I only
had
worked.
time.
Yeah. I'm also considering becoming a father, I hope. This or maybe next year. It will be something
Nice.
challenging, but we will see. And I believe we will be trying to bring more people to the Kuşadası to actually stay together and support each other together. A few of members already moved in. And they stay here like 9 months, 8 months. Yeah.
Nice.
Mike, for instance, he lives here. And I believe through the time, the region here, either it is Samos there, probably maybe camera can catch it, I don't know. It's very, you can see it from the human eye at least. And either you are in Greece or it's south of here or north of here. This region, I wanted to be actually a kind of technology and business hub for adapting improvements faster and enjoying life all together. Actually, this event is just a rehearsal of that. So that's one of the sites. We are considering also creation of a SaaS around 2027 for mainly semantics and also overall holistic SEO needs as well. And
So this is going to be like an SEO tool?
yes, but it will be different focused on main things to help actually local businesses or people who don't have that much time for what we do. We will try to accelerate and scale what they can do with our methods and the systems as well. And many other things I can say. Also, we are considering actually one more algorithmic authorship course. When we created the concept of algorithmic authorship and relevance configuration, it's actually what people these days call for AI optimization for like relevance engineering. It's actually the same thing with what we call like relevance configuration for the last 3.5 years. We basically organize the sentences to increase the relevance so that AI or the systems can choose the sentences or declarations or the facts in a better way for a cheaper cost with higher efficiency. For that too, we are considering publishing a second course because first one was focusing on SEO, second one can be for the authors, basically. And that's it, I guess it's good enough.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Koray, for your time. I know you're very busy. And if you enjoyed this episode, please follow Koray on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, watch his courses, and subscribe to our Odys channel.
Or come to the Kuşadası.
And come to Kuşadası. Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.